Okay, where in the world would you use exponential functions? How about compound interest? So a compound interest equation is where I have some amount that is a function of time, my principal plus my rate over a number of years compounded, and all that good stuff. So this is the amount, and it could be earned or lost if it's a credit card. This is the amount owed if it's a credit card, or it could be invested, not always bad. Then my R is my annual, so yearly rate. My N is the number of times compounded a year. So annual would be 1, semi-annual would be 2, quarterly would be 4, monthly, which is pretty normal for things like credit cards, would be 12. And then T is time in years. So if they don't give it to you in years, then you have to convert it. All right, so it says find the function based on this 85,000, 5 1/2%. So I know a half is 0.5, and I can change that to a decimal. Okay, move the decimal 2 places to the left, and says compounded quarterly, which is this one right here. So I would write my function as A of t equals my P, which is the amount invested, 85,000, 1 plus my rate, 0.055, divided by the number of times compounded quarterly, and then 4 times, they haven't told us how many years, it just says T years, so T. Now they do want you to go ahead and do this math inside the parentheses here. So when I threw that in a calculator, I got 1.01375 raised to the 4t. And now I'm going to show you kind of B and D together. When it asks you to find the amounts, you just simply plug in these values. 1.01375, 4 to the 0. So that, of course, at the very beginning would just be how much you owed. I'll do another one, 2, 85, 1, 2, 3, 1.01375, 4 times 2. When I threw that in a calculator and they wanted you to round it, I got that value, and so on. So you do the same thing. Now, they ask when, which means solving for time, and you're going to learn how to do this later. But right now, all I know how to do something like this is with a graph. So what I do is I go to desmos.com, or you can do this in your calculator, and I plug in my function, which was A of t equals 85, 1, 2, 3, 1.01375 raised to the 4t. And you might say, but I don't see anything, and I'm scrolling my mouse. You probably are going to have to change your window. I'm going to try something like 0 and 50 and 0 and 500 until I see it, right? And there it is. And now I can kind of scroll out. I see my exponential function and everything looks good. Well, it's asking me when would it reach 300,000. And so the easiest thing to do is set y equals 300,000, that line. And then I can see on this point, I'd get 23.09 because they wanted you to round it to years. So you can see the graph, and you can also get a y value.